Hello everybody, it's Alendis, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys some some tips and tricks, and I'm going to show you guys how to build a necromancer and how to start them off. I'm going to show you guys what to do in mid-game transition and then late game transition, and what kind of items you guys should kind of look for, and where you guys should start on the skill tree and what you guys should change up. If you want to know endgame build, I have a separate video for that, so check that out if you just want endgame. But right now I'm just going to be focusing on how to build your necromancer. So pretty much just going to focus on necromancer and give you guys some personal tips and tricks. I've only been playing for 2 seasons, so I'm not like super, I don't really know everything, but I can definitely share you guys all my knowledge that I have so far. So yeah, when you guys are first starting off, one thing that you guys are going to want to do is sell everything besides your legendaries, and you're going to want to speak to this guy, and you're going to want to craft these powders. So when you sell your stuff, like your legendaries, you can get powders, and you can turn it into the purple powders, and you can use the purple powders to make items. So it would be these items right here. Craft a random mythical item. What you do is you craft that, and you pretty much gear up until you hit level 80 with just purple gear. That's all you need is purple gear. If you get anything better than purple gear, you're doing just great. But that's what you're going to want to do in the beginning of the game. Pick up everything, including white items. I'm also going to show you guys a filter that I use. What I would do is press escape, go to options, go to in-game. You're going to want your loot filter to be common. Well, actually everything. In the beginning, you're going to want everything selected, because you're going to want to sell everything, you're going to want to pick up everything, okay? For your loot sockets, there's only one 2-socket common that you want for rune words, and that's like a pair of boots, but I have it selected off because I already have a few of them. But if you get a couple of common 2-socket boots, go ahead and pick them up. But once you already have it, you can unselect the 2-socket filter. But yeah, you're gonna want to pick up everything. Have auto pickup and relic confirmation, so you don't accidentally pick up a crappy relic. So that's how I have my settings. And so yeah, sell everything, and you want to craft as many legacy or legendary items. Craft legendary items, use your money to buy them. The crap ones you can turn into dust. Use the dust to make the powder, the purple powder, and then make your mythical items. And then that should carry you all the way to level 80. Now, when you're first starting off, I'm going to go over the skill tree. This is for early game skill tree. I'm going to show you guys what you should. I'm going to reset my talent points right now. So when you're first starting off, you're going to want to pretty much put 1 point into everything. What you're mainly going to be focusing on is the undead army, because your minions are going to do way more damage than your Venomancer skill tree. So you're going to want to do something like this. You want to kind of max out undead army. You're going to want to go to summon mastery. You kind of want to max that out. Then you're going to want to go into summon frenzy, because that's really going to boost your damage for your minions. You can put a little bit into bone armor. It's not like too crucial. But once you get to this part, you pretty much just max out these 3 right here. And you can continue down along this line too as well. But you don't have to really dedicate too many points into these, because they're not going to drastically do anything as of now. But yeah, expunge toxins is decent if you want to go that route. But this is like for your level 80 kind of like skill tree. So it's pretty much going to look like this. And then once you get to Vengeful Spirit, you're pretty much going to want to dump all your points into this. So you might get this around what, level 50 or something like that. You're gonna get Vengeful Spirit, and you'll be able to make him pretty useful. But once you get higher level, you're definitely gonna want to reset everything, because your undead army is not really gonna do that much damage in the late game. So you're gonna want to reset your talents, and you're gonna want to pretty much do something like this. Just go all the way down. You want to max out this, your Vengeful Spirit, because he's going to be doing pretty much all your DPS. Then you're going to want to max out Summon Frenzy and Summon Mastery to boost your damage of your Vengeful Spirit. And we're totally not going to do any into Undead Army, because they don't scale as well in the late game. Then you have an option. You can go into the Venomancer tree, and you can do Expunge Toxins. Now, if you have really good gear, you can spec out Expunge Toxins, and you can go into Lingering Toxins. But for, I'd say, late game, this is pretty much what you're going to be doing. So you're going to be looking like this. And the rest of the points is kind of up to you. However you see fit, or however really helps you out. You can go with a little bit of Lingering Toxins if you want. But that's how that's going to look. Let's talk about gear, I guess. Alright, so you're probably 80 now. You have a bunch of mythical gear, which is the purple gear. That will carry you all the way to 80 to 90, no problem. Your minions are that strong. It's a little ridiculous, I know. For helmet-wise, what I would recommend, let's see, you're level 80. Venomancer, oh wait, that's 100. What was I using at 8? Oobles, or what is it? Oob? Let's see. I think that's what I was using. Oh, it's 90. You should be able to get to 90. I guess I would recommend this until you get to 100. This might carry you to 100. I would get one with the damage element varies. Get one with poison. Yeah, you want one with poison if you can, so kind of save up for that. So that's helmet. I mean, anything with poison on it or elemental damage, I would get or grab. But yeah, as far as satanics, yeah, that's what I would grab. For ring, I would try and get this ring right here, Satanic's Eye. This is when you hit 90. The reason I like this ring a lot is because you get max all resistances. Plus, it has a lot of all resistance that it gives. It's all around good ring to get your resistances up, especially mid game when you're kind of struggling and you're going into hell and your resistances are crap. This ring really helps. So try and get that. And for armor, I would recommend. Oh, Lichbane. I forgot about Lichbane. Yeah, you can use Lichbane when you hit 80. And that should help you out until you hit 100. Alright, so let's try and focus on 80 gear for now. For boots, I would definitely recommend Wasteland Greaves. These will definitely carry you for quite a while. These are really good boots. So look for Wasteland Greaves. Then you're going to want to try and get Monkey Skin Belt, because it's got cooldown reduction, damage reduction, all stats, all talents. Try and get one with all resistances to help out with that resistances when you hit hell. For potion, I would recommend Wizard's Potion. This is the level 100 requirement, but I would try and get a caffeinated coffee. Or actually, what was... There was another satanic I was using. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm thinking of a ring. Getting everything all mixed up here. But yeah, potions, I think the really good ones start coming up when you hit level 100, but I would try and get a caffeinated coffee. For weapon, you can use Ubel's wand, or you can use this one, the Clafexier. I don't know how to say that. Your endgame weapon is pretty much going to be the Oculus, but it's for like really expensive stuff. For gloves, I would recommend... Oh, there was a really good pair of gloves. I totally forgot what they were. Was it Viper Hands? Yeah, I think it's Viper Hands. Try and get Viper Hands. They should be really cheap. I think they're only expensive now is because it's like really late in the season. Then yeah, necklaces. Try and get... oh yeah, All-Seeing Eye. Yeah, I know it's physical based, but you do get all talents, resistance, all stats, and cooldown reduction and all that. So it's good. It's pretty good starting and cheap amulet. As far as charms, I would recommend getting... We're saving up for a rainbow, actually. If you can get this, this will save you. You don't have to worry about upgrading for a long time. So try and get rainbow rune word. Shield, I would definitely recommend Ward of Toxicity. It's really cheap and really good stats and stuff on it. I definitely recommend this. If they're expensive, I would recommend getting the Tempest or the Templar. That one's really... It's okay. It's good. If you can get one cheap, I would definitely get this. It's better than nothing. After that, Suomi is good. Got health percent. Yeah, those are the shields I recommend for mid to late game. Iron Giants, that one's really good too. I've used that for a while. Alright, did I cover weapons, potions? I think I covered all the gear. So yeah, oh, I'll cover Mercenary. Let's see here. Go into Mercenary. So Mercenary, try and get a Holy Warrior's Phase Blade, then a Golden Crusaders. This is endgame, so you're probably not going to be able to afford a Shroud of Elements. What I would recommend is Fortress, because you're probably not going to have a Tomy shield, which is super expensive. So, and you're going to want Holy Freeze because it really helps control the mob density, and you don't want to get like super swarmed and stuff. So yeah, Holy Freeze really helps out. Plus, it has all resistances. It's got armor percent for your Mercenary. It's got block chance and dodge. It's all around good rune word for your Mercenary. So I definitely recommend getting that. And for your shield, for your Mercenary, you can go with Iron Giants as well. You can also go with, if you want Magic Find, you can go with Gem Encrusted. You can go with Suomi. The Templar's good too. It's decent. It's got damage reduction on it. Actually, I think all shields now have damage reduction. Yeah. There is a rune word shield that you can make too. Let me go into journal. Oh yeah. think this is it. Yeah, you can make this one, Divine Contemplation. Oh wait, no, don't make that. Is it Mirage? No. Oh, Shelter, that's what it was. Make a Shelter for if you want a decent, good rune word for your Mercenary. Shelter is really good for your Mercenary. Okay, so now that you have that gear, that should be able to take you into level 100 easily. And you should be able to, like, hero level, like, probably 40 by now. By that time, you're going to want to transition into a little more expensive gear. So what I would recommend is the Vino set. So get yourself a Vino set, and you don't actually have to use this for the skill thing on here. I just use it for the stats to help you carry out further and have more beefier survivability, and to be able to take down bosses. This set really helps out to do just that. So I'd recommend getting the ribcage. You can get the skull. For the helmet, you have two choices. You can either get the Vino skull or the I think Death Lord's? Yeah, Death Lord's crown you can go with for the helmet. So you got two options there. But I would try and get the Vino helmet if you can, because it's slightly better. Then for the gloves, I would go with the Talons. They're really good. Plus you get the +3 to expunge toxins and stuff. So you'll be using these gloves for a while. And then for necklace, you can go with the Venom's necklace. You get also lingering toxins. Then for boots, I think Death Lords. Yeah, Death Lords. Oh yeah, Marchers. Yeah, that's what you want to get for boots. So that should cover your helmet, your chest, your boots, your gloves. For ring, you can either try and grind out for Soulforge. You can try and get a rainbow, which rainbows can be expensive sometimes. They might be pretty cheap. I mean, by that time 29 mil should be sorta cheap for you, so you can possibly afford a rainbow. But I would try and get a rainbow if you can. Or I mean, you can either get mana benders, which is gonna be expensive too, or a rainbow, or actually, what am I thinking? There's another one that's really cheap. Oh yeah, Fury. Try and get a Fury of Tartarthiels. These should be a lot cheaper. Let me just look it up here. Usually you can pick one up for like 2 mil, which is a lot cheaper than paying 29 mil for a rainbow. And this will definitely carry you, and it'll also give you experience gain. You get 10%, so it'll help you level up more. This is a really good ring for bang for your buck, and you can wear it at level 1, so which is also really nice. So try and get this if you can early on. So boots, you're still probably gonna be wearing Death Lords for a while. For your potion, try and save up for a Power of the Void, or you can go with caffeinated coffee, of course, or wizard's potion. For gloves, you can try and make a soul bracers and try and get soul spurn, but this is pretty much endgame, and I have a video on endgame explaining the importance of soul spurn and why I crafted these. Or you can try and get a wisdom holds if you want to go the mana route. So actually, I should probably explain the transition into endgame. Or not endgame, late game, I should say. Not endgame. You're going to want to try and do some mana stacking at late game. And some cheap alternative to mana stacking is I would try and get a Gem King's Garb. Try and save up for a Gem King's Garb with mana percent on it. And then put all mana, perfect mana rubies in your armor. And you'll get a lot of max mana percentage and max mana. And then what you're going to want to do is save up for a sovereignty. I don't know if they have a sovereignty on here or not. Nope, they do not. So I'll show you what it's going to look like. You want a sovereignty, and this will pretty much start the beginning of your mana stacking build. And this will really help with DPS, so you definitely want to try and get as much mana as you can. If you can make this weapon, and that will definitely be like your late game kind of weapon for a while. So yeah, once you have that, then you can start and get some decent helmets. I would recommend Grimbone Visage with the with poison damage on it. That'll help you out for a while. Or you can make the rune word. Let me go into journal again. There's a rune word called Thinking Cap, which gives you a lot of mana. That'll further boost your damage. Actually, I should probably explain to you guys why we're doing mana now. Let me go back into the journal. So Sovereignty has a skill on it called Rule of Order. So the more mana you get, the more damage you get. And that's why we're going to be stacking lots of mana. It turns into elemental damage. So basically, the damage that you're gonna be wanting to stack is elemental damage and lots of mana. You can also do poison if that's your only option. So that's kind of why I chose this helmet right here, because it has poison damage, which is a little bummer, but it also has a lot of ability power. Ability power also helps out with your damage a lot too as well, because we're basically always going to be using our abilities. Also, the skill on here is completely useless. I don't use this helmet for this skill, I just use it for its stats. So, another thing you guys can use, let's see here, I covered the belt. You're going to want Belt of Skulls? Yeah, Belt of Skulls is your alternative belt that you're going to want for late game. Try and save up for a Belt of Skulls, because it's going to help out. This Satanic Dice skill is pretty decent. It's fun to use. You can move really fast, attack really fast, even though attacking fast doesn't really help us, but the 30% damage gain is also really nice. So save up for that. Also, what you're going to want to be doing is pretty much running towers and killing the tower boss, like over and over and over, because that will help you get the Belt of Skulls. And there's another alternative helmet you can get, which is see if I can find it. Oh yeah, Sight of the Gods. The tower boss drops this as well as the belt too, so This is also really good, and this will help you into the end game. So for late game, I would definitely recommend getting Sight of the Gods. It really helps out. Another alternative necklace option, if you are getting tired of the Venomancer's necklace, you can also get Pendant of Eternity. This also drops from the tower boss. This is really good. This will carry you all the way till end game. What else do we got here? So yeah, you'll be using this Gem King's garb for a while. That'll carry you. Wasteland Greaves you'll be using for a long time. Oh no, you can use Boots of Blood. I totally forgot about that. Boots of Blood? Yeah, these are really good boots. If you guys can afford these, they're actually pretty. Ooh, 10 mil. That's not bad. I should buy it. No, I'm just kidding. I ain't buying anything right now. Yeah, definitely use Boots of Blood. This will definitely carry you to late game until you can afford very expensive alternative boots, which are these Mana Wovens. But Boots of Blood, definitely recommend those. Those are they'll boost your damage a lot. A lot. And for shields, try and get yourself a Mirror of Flesh if you can. These are usually really random in price, but you can get one pretty cheap. People really underestimate this shield, but you're gonna want Eternal Flames for the 300% burn damage. Now I know you're thinking we do poison damage and elemental damage, but I'm telling you, this does a lot of damage. And it stacks. And it automatically applies a dot. So you're getting 300% burn damage, plus you're getting a dot that just does 300% burn damage. It's pretty insane. I love it. For charm, rainbow. You're just going to be using rainbow. Necklace, already covered it. Gloves, already covered it. For better weapon, you're going to want... So I was talking about Oobles for level 80 to like 100 after... Now there is something you can get a lot earlier on that's a lot cheaper than probably all those, which is called the what is that called again? Revelations. Try and get... Wait, why is it a staff? It should be a book. I don't know why it's a staff. It should be a book. But try and get Revelation. They also, I think they buff this too as well. Pretty sure they buff this skill. But try and make a Revelations. This will carry you pretty far. Actually, all the way until endgame. I was using this for a long time. Until I got like a Beacon of Shadows. And the current weapon that I have right now. But yeah, try and get this and put Mortal Reminder on it. Which is this skill right here. Mortal Reminder is going to be a huge damage dealer. You're going to want Mortal Reminder. So yeah, try and get a Book of Revelations and put Mortal Reminder on it. Something that's a little more advanced than that is called a Beacon of Shadows. And you can also grind and kill Uber Death for this. This will really help out. Because it's got the Elemental Break and it's got a lot of good, decent stats. And it's got damage reduction on it. So it really helps to be a little more tanky. But after that... actually, you'll be using Sovereignty. So maybe scratch all that. Because I was talking about Sovereignty for weapon. So never mind, you can't take off your Sovereignty. Never mind, don't listen to me, guys. This video's all over the place. Okay, So, a covered weapon, you're just going to be using Sovereignty until you get Arcane Robes and a Oculus. Which, Oculus is really not that expensive, to be honest. It's just, that's the weapon you're going to use once you have this armor. But armor, yeah, you're going to be using Gem Kings. You're going to be using Belt of Skulls for belt. I already covered the shield. Cover the charm. You're going to be using Rainbow. So that should pretty much cover everything for gear-wise. As far as relics, the relics that you're going to be using early on is anything with armor. You're going to want armor percent early on. So all the way up until pretty much level 100. Then once you have really good gear, like really good gear, you can start switching off into nothing but energy damage. I mean, this could also work really well too, this whole relic setup. You could switch out a few of these ones that are just energy damage, like this rusted sword 2%. You can switch that out for more armor percent, for more survivability, just so it makes it easier for you to kill the uber bosses to get the other items that you need. But once you're good on defense, you can start swapping out armor percent for energy percent to get more damage, because basically it's going to be coming down to doing lots of damage. Okay, so I guess one more thing I should probably talk about is hero level. Once you hit level 100, you start to gain hero levels, and you're basically going to be grinding out another 100 levels, except it's going to be way more grindier. So each 10 levels you get a random stat or perks that you get to select. So once you hit hero level 10, I recommend getting more energy. Then once you hit hero level 20, I recommend doing 10% more armor, because when you're going to be facing the uber bosses and stuff, you're not going to have that much armor early on, so you're going to want some armor for more survivability. Then for endgame, you're going to want to switch off into block chance, because armor doesn't really pan out towards the late game, or the end game, I mean. So you're going to want to get 10% armor. Then once you hit hero level 30, you have two options really. You can either do more crit damage if you have this helmet right here, Grimbone Visage. It's a nice little combo, because once you max this out, you can get quite a lot of crit damage on this thing. So yeah, you can start implementing crit damage into your build with this a little bit. Kind of helps out. Plus, if you get the twin blades to get even more crit chance, it could help out a little bit more. So that's what I would recommend. If you have that helmet, you can go the Fatal Strike route. But if you don't have that, I would go with God's Wrath for the increased elemental damage. Then once you hit hero level 40, well, this kind of depends on what your gear is as of now and how tanky you are. If you feel like you're being hit a lot and you're close to death, I would go with Grasp of Life. If you're struggling with mana, I would go with the mana. If you're fine with everything, you could probably just go with this. But yeah, this is just like a personal preference for you guys. Alright, at hero level 50, I would go with a Stacked Pain, increases all damage over time spells, maximum stack amount. Now this really helps out with the poison stacks that we are always stacking, so this is why I picked this. Plus, if you're using Boots of Blood, which also stacks bleeds. Let me go into here again. Boots of Blood. You get a skill called Crimson Dance, which stacks bleeds. So this also helps with Crimson Dance and stacking more bleeds. So it's a really nice combo. Plus, if you have that Mirror of Flesh shield that I was talking about, Eternal Flames, this also increases the stacks of Eternal Flames. So it's like you're getting a lot of benefit from this. So yeah, definitely go with a Stacked Pain. Then at hero level 60, this is another personal preference. You could go with attack speed. It's not going to really affect you at all, really. You could go with movement speed if you feel like you're slow, but honestly, I feel like movement speed is just fine, especially if you max out your boots. You get a little bit more movement speed. So I just went with crit chance, because why not? You get a little bit more crit chance. So, but it's probably going to come down to either movement speed or crit chance, but I chose crit chance. So hero level 70, you're most likely going to want to go with the 8% all stats. Now, if you already have a lot of your mana gear and you have sovereignty and you have what's the armor again? I'm like blanking out here. Gem King's Garb. If you already have sovereignty and Gem King's Garb, I would definitely go with the increased mana percent. But if you don't have those, I would definitely go with Vagabond's Might for the 8% all stats. And this 8% all stats also kind of goes well with this shield right here, Water of Toxicity, so you can start stacking all percent stats. So it's a nice little combo if you have those. Then hero level 80. To get this far, you're gonna have to have pretty decent, good mana gear already. And I would always recommend the 25% more experience gain, just so you can start getting more. Now, if you don't plan on going to hero level 100, then just get the Magic Vine or the All Resistances. But if you really want to go to hero level 100, go with the 25% more experience gain, because it's gonna help you, you know, reach that goal a lot quicker. But if you feel like you're not really gonna hit it, and go with the Magic Vine. If you want to try and grind out some items to get to fuel your ruby currency and try and find something that's gonna get you a lot of money and sell and better your gear, then you can go this route. But if you're all set on hitting 100 and you're all set on Magic Vine, definitely get all resistances to help out with those resistances, because near the end game, you're pretty much always going to want this. This is pretty much your end game option, because yeah, resistances gets a little slim at the very end. So yeah, if you manage to hit level 90, definitely get ability power. It's kind of unfortunate that level 90 doesn't, it's not really that much of an impact. But yeah, definitely get ability powder. That's going to be the one that you're going to want. Once you hit 100, congratulations. It's been a really big, long grind. And definitely get the 300 energy and armor. It's going to boost up your damage quite a bit. So yep, that covers the hero level. For Mercenary, what you're going to want to do is level up armor boost. You're going to want to level up HP boost all the way to 20, and then you want to get Symbiosis all the way to 20. Get a little bit of points in the countermeasure, a little bit of points in the taunt. You're going to max out shielding, and then you're going to put a little bit in the replenish. And then 1 point into deflect. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Mercenary. You're just going to want him to soak up as much damage as he can for you. And you're going to try and want to get as much block chance and dodge chance on your Mercenary. And you, in the beginning, you are going to want to kind of focus on damage reduction. But after a while, that's not, or not damage return, I'm sorry, I was highlighting damage return, but you want to focus on damage reduction. Right now this is actually kind of low because I've been focusing more on block chance and dodge, because near the late game he takes so much damage that there's no items that are really gonna boost his armor by that much and make a difference. So I went with block chance. It seems to help a lot and keeps him surviving a lot more than just going with straight up armor. So go with block chance for endgame and dodge for endgame. But early game, definitely try and go for more reduction, and make sure you try and max out all your resistances. It'll keep him surviving, because if your Mercenary's surviving, you're pretty much going to be surviving. Once your Mercenary's dead, you're pretty much going to be dead. And that's just how that is. So yeah, that should cover everything. If I missed something out, or have any questions, just let me know in the comment section. If you want to give your own kind of tips, just leave it in the comment section, and you guys all take care. Peace.